Yo, what's going on? What's going on, everybody? Hey, this is your host, Demetrius, with the PPP, Panthers Prime Podcast, and my weekly edition of the Morning Madness Show, Monday Morning Madness Show. What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing this Monday morning, man? I caught you guys early, yeah. Candy Girl, what's going on? What's going on? Roadmaster Limited said, Candy Girl, that's what's up, yo. What up, PPP? What's good, Roadmaster? Hey, Marshall, let's go, PPP family. That's a fact, man. 336 Boston. Nobody's working as hard as our Panthers content creators. Hey, you're right about that, man. Ain't nobody dropping content like us, man. We took a little break on Sunday. Real quick break, man. Had to regroup, you know what I mean? But we back at it. Let's see here. Candy Girl, all right. James Island Panther, what's up, man? What's going on, man? How y'all doing, man? That's what's up, yo. We got a little bit to talk about, man. I ain't gonna hold you guys too long. You know, I still got to work on this website that we got popping off pretty soon for these trips. Actually, that's what I was doing yesterday. I was working all day long. Once I got done with my trip, all day long on this website, which I'm gonna be honest with you, if you are a web developer, man, I tip my hat off to you. The coding and all the linking and everything you gotta do with this. But I will tell you this. With this being I'll say my second time having to develop a website, I think you guys will be thoroughly impressed by what I've done. Hopefully that's going to drop sometime this week. I know I've been saying, man, it's going to drop soon, but man, there's been some curves that I've been running up into that hasn't been able to allow me to go ahead and fully give it out. I'm not going to put out nothing that's halfway done. Not going to do that. So hopefully you guys understand my my willingness to be perfect when it comes down to that. All right. 336 Boston says, what's up, y'all? Hey, man, we got a little bit to talk about, man. Before we get into the Mike Williams and the Jadeveon Clowney situation that's possibly going to happen here, I put a poll inside of the chat as well. Y'all let me know. Do y'all think we're going to sign both, one or the other, or neither? Y'all let me know what's your thoughts on that. And this is members only chat today. Only members can put a comment inside the chat, but everybody can do this. Everybody can support the channel with super stickers and super chats, all right? So if you want to support the channel, if you feel like you are getting good content from Panthers Prime Podcast and want to support the channel, please don't feel hesitant, like the church people say. Dig deep and support the channel. Also, I know we are a couple days removed from April, but don't forget, if you are a member of Panthers Prime Podcast going into the month of April, you will be entered into the drawing where we'll do our members only Cash App giveaway. Every month I do a Cash App giveaway for the members. I announce it in the first live of every month, and then we have it that very next live. Okay, so if you are a member of Panthers Prime Podcast going into the month of April, get ready for that. We will have another members giveaway. All right, real quick, let's get into this. All right, so over the weekend, a lot of stuff has been happening, signings. Panthers have been coming in and signing their deals. Surprisingly, I didn't get an opportunity to put one player up there, but we'll talk about him. But let's talk about this one right here. All right, let's talk about this one right here. So Shaq Thompson takes a pay cut to stay with the Carolina Panthers, which I got to be honest with you. As much as I don't like Shaq Thompson's playing on the field, I have to commend him for this right here. It's not. You only see this from a couple players, right? Players who probably know they can't go anywhere else, possibly, or players who are just loyal to their team. And I'm not going to lie, as much as I dislike his play on the field, I have to be honest and I have to say, I do like the fact that he did take a team-friendly deal to stay with the Panthers, to contribute in whatever capacity he can contribute in, and, possibly train up whoever. We got Josie Jewell. I don't think he needs any training, but we may be drafting a linebacker in the draft. So, it's always good to have that veteran presence there, and the check is going on almost 10 years. So as much as I dislike his play on the field, I will say hats off to you, my brother. Thank you for doing that. Him and Ian Thomas did the same thing. They both signed their contracts over the weekend. I didn't post it in the community section. But just know it did happen. All right. Ian Thomas signed his deal and Shaq Thompson signed his deal. And then Shaq Thompson got to talking. I guess he's going to change his number back to the number 54, which is alluding to a lot of things. A lot of people are speculating that either Jadeveon Clowney is going to come or Mike Williams is going to come and take that number over. I know Amir Smith-Marset changed his number as well. So there's a lot of things happening right now in Panthers world. I like it a lot. I'm very excited about what we're doing in free agency. I think this is the strongest free agency signing period that we've had in quite some time now. So I do love everything that the Panthers are doing. And shout out to David Tepper. Shout out to I'm about to say shout out to A. Marshall. Well, yeah, shout out to A. Marshall. Shout out to Dan Morgan and Dave Canellis for what they've been doing. I think this is actually probably, like I said, one of the best free agency signings and periods that we've had in a long time. Let's see. Insane Gaming, what's up, man? What's going on, Insane Gaming? Good to see you, man. A. Marshall said, what's good, Roadmaster? Candy Girl said, PPP. That's right, yeah. Candy Girl said, very good, PPP. And Roadmaster Shaq was cut. Roadmaster, I'm glad you said it, not me. I said it. We knew that no other team was probably going to take Shaq. So, you said it. I didn't say it. but it definitely is true. I don't think Shaq would have been with the team if he didn't take this deal. So, shout out to Shaq Thompson for understanding his value in the NFL. Yeah, man. Seven. Nah, it wasn't. It wasn't his lucky number at all. All right, let's get to this one right here, which I think it's a little funny, man. So over the weekend, our beloved quarterback was spotted at the Sacramento Kings. He was spotted at the Sacramento Kings game, right? And I don't think Bryce Young. One of the comments in the comment section in the community section was like, Bryce Young ain't been here since game 18, game 17. He hasn't. He took his stuff. He got gone. He's been in California that whole time. Probably hasn't been training. Probably just been chilling. Look at the smile. Look at the smug smile, man. I don't like it, man. I don't like it at all. I don't like it, man. But he's having a good time. He's chilling out there in California. Was at a Sacramento Kings game. For Pride Night. Hey, whatever. Whatever, have fun. But he's living his best life being a 2-15 Carolina Panthers quarterback. So I'm not gonna say that people can enjoy themselves, while they are on the off season, but yeah, man. If you're gonna do this, man, you need to show us some videos of you throwing passes as well. He looked like he was caught off guard a little bit. Like he knew that when we caught this clip right here, that we was gonna drag him a little bit. But shout out to Bryce Young, man. Hopefully he's out there training. Hopefully he's out there doing his thing. And coming back next year, doing his thing or whatever. Supernova Moore said he looks so goofy. Hey, man, that's our quarterback, man. Yeah, that's our quarterback, man. He's going to come back and do his thing. I ain't going to lie. He do look surprised. He look like, oh, snap, man. They done caught me. That's what he look like. I ain't going to lie to you, man. PPP, we've been looking for this dude for months. Facts. And he finally making an appearance at Pride Night, the Sacramento Kings game. Hey, man, shout out to Bryce Young, man. He's doing this thing. He's doing this thing, man. I saw Bryce Young at the Hornets game behind the kids that were front row. He looked the same size. I'm going to let y'all get all this off right now because I'm not going to lie. This was funny to me. I'm not going to lie to you, man. When I saw this, I said, oh, yeah, this is going on the Monday Morning Madness show, man. Like, he's a funny character, man. He really is, man. You ain't got no business on nobody's camera. I knew y'all was going to roast him. Oh, my gosh, man. I knew y'all was going to do this, man. He needs to be working on them throws. Hey, that's a fact. That's what I was saying, man. As much as he's doing, going out the games, we need to see some type of throwing the football or something, working on footwork, working on this drop back or something, man. We haven't seen nothing from Bryce. The last thing we seen was he was at the All-Star game and his homeboy was taking Amber Rose somewhere. Allegedly to an undisclosed location. So, so we don't know what happened with that. But shout out to CJ Stroud for bagging Amber Rose that day, whatever they did. All right, cool. All right, let's get off of that and let's go to this right here. Of course, you guys know this guy right here is one of my favorite players. Great to see him coming back to the Carolina Panthers. And Smith-Marsette signed his 1-year contract with the Panthers over the weekend. And I'm not going to lie, man. I think Amir Smith-Marsette is ready to show not only the Panthers, but the whole NFL community that he is him. And I think we're going to see him in the capacity where he unleashes, the route tree that he has. We saw it in Minnesota. We saw it with the Kansas City Chiefs. We didn't see it too much here in Carolina because he was more like they used him more in quick motion, right? Quick motion. And a lot of like wide receiver screen type situations, nothing really down the field that was like, man, this is that dude. But I know he can do those type of routes. So hopefully this new organization or this new front office and coaching staff will understand that Amir Smith-Marsette is needed in this offensive scheme. He's a fast guy, and that's probably the reason why we may be, moving a little differently than what most people would suspect in these last parts of free agency. So, man, we'll see. Hey, shout out to the Panthers Experience, Uncle Quan, man, for that super chat, man. He said, man, y'all fuck you. Dude can't even have peace in the all season without your Hey, hold on. Wait, let me go back. Hold on, wait. Bro, Quan, tell me the truth. Do he look comfortable right now? Dude looks shocked that the camera caught him, man. His homeboy is looking up like, oh, snap. I don't know if that's his homeboy, his brother. I don't know who that is, but yeah, man. Yeah. He needs to put out a video of us seeing him throw the football, working on some footwork, man. Not at Pride Night at the Sacramento Kings basketball game. Did the Sacramento Kings even win that game? I don't know. And if they did lose, I'm just playing. It wasn't because of Bryce. But if they did lose, that would be funny. But man, yeah, man. I'm not gonna lie. I like Bryce Young. I think he's gonna do better this year. I've been saying that. Year 2 of Bryce Young, year 1 of Dave Canellis. He's gonna do his thing, man. And we just have to give him the opportunity to I know this may sound bad. We have to give him the opportunity to sink. Okay. That's that we have to give him that opportunity to sink. So give him, and I know that sounds bad, but if you want him gone, you got to give him that opportunity to not do good up under this regime before we can really start saying that. Now, I'm hoping that Bryce Young does well this year. I'm hoping that he does. Why? Because I'm a Carolina Panthers fan, and I'm tired of reporting on bad games and bad play. I'm tired of that, man. That's draining every single week. That's bad, man. That's bad. Hey, man, shout out to C Dougie, man, for that cash app, that $10 cash app, man. Said morning hustle. Hey, man, we trying to get it, man. And if you guys haven't checked out C Dougie's video yesterday, man, go check it out. Talked about a lot of different things, man. The draft. We talked about Mike Williams. We talked about Russ and Justin Fields. That whole situation, which I think is just a crazy situation. I think it's going to set Justin Fields back, about 2-3 years, man. If Russell Wilson don't bomb it, this year, and if he does good, we may not see Justin Fields in a starting role position for about three years, man. So yeah, man. But yeah, shout out to Bryce Young, looking cool. All right, man. And thank you, C Dougie, for that super chat. Thank you, Uncle Quan. If you guys haven't done so, go to Uncle Quan's channel and subscribe to his channel as well. Great content over there. Smith-Marsette could be that diamond in the rough. That's a fact. He sure can. I believe that he is, man. I believe that he is. Roadmaster Limited said everybody else who go to the coast be on the beach getting and he at the Sacramento Kings game. I feel you. I feel you, man. I feel you, man. All right, let's get into this real quick. Mike Williams, right? Now, if you guys have done any type of research on Mike Williams, you know he's a big guy. Pause. Tall dude, very, very, very athletic. I mean, extremely athletic. And you know, we know that the Panthers was in conversations with him along with the Jets, but Ian Rappaport put out this tweet just 12 hours ago saying that former Chargers wide receiver Mike Williams has visits set for the Panthers, Jets, and then they included the Steelers. Now, this may throw a little monkey wrench into the whole situation because last report was that the Panthers were willing to pay Mike Williams more than the Jets. Now, with the Steelers coming in as a third wheel, that may put a little bit of issue, you know, in the Panthers actually obtaining this guy. And then I also have my thoughts on him as well. Is he that explosive from the time, you know, that we saw him before his injury? Make no mistake about it. I believe that he possibly is, but it's hard to say, man, when it comes down to these injuries. You know, players lose a step. So is he going to be that explosive? Is he going to be that, you know, that demanding of the ball? You know, it's hard to say. I will say this. It's good to give Bryce that size wide receiver, big target, because if Bryce overthrows him or, you know, doesn't put the ball right where it needs to be, Mike Williams is such a headsy type of player. He can maneuver however he needs to maneuver and make these plays happen. So I'm not going to lie, my meter on a scale from 1 to 10 on Mike Williams coming to the Panthers is probably at about an 8, and it's only at an 8 because I don't know if he's still that explosive, go-get-it type of guy like we've seen in tape, and, you know, we'll see. See, Dougie, what's up, man?
Morning, man.
Good morning, man. Good morning. Thank you for that Cash App as well, man. I truly do appreciate it, man.
Hey, support, man. Like I said, there's enough content, enough information out here, and it's not. it's a different breed going into this year, a fresh breath of air. Like I said,
Right.
we were catfish, hoodwinked, and everything last year, but when you really look at it, you're doing it the right way. So we're trying to give these people great content, man. But I'm gonna ask you a question that I'm surprised you didn't bring up a person on your poll. Did we forget
What's up?
about Chase? Did we forget about Chase Young?
Well, I kind of, I don't know. I think my meat on Chase Young is dropping because we haven't
Okay.
heard too much about him
Okay.
over the past couple of days. So I don't even think that that's an option anymore, in my opinion.
Okay. Okay. No,
Yeah.
only reason why I asked is because he still hasn't met with the Saints. The only team he's met with is Carolina right now. Yeah, I think he
Right.
does have meetings this week, but I think a
Okay.
lot of people were thinking when Shaq Thompson did that his another restructure, that money was either going to go to Clowney or it was going to go to Chase Young. Then
Yeah.
over the weekend, we had reports that Michael Gallup is in for a visit today, and
Mhm.
then Mike Williams visits on Tuesday. So, like I said, something has to happen in the whole number conspiracy of him switching from 7 back to 54. You know, Clowney
Yeah.
was 7 at South Carolina. Mike Williams was 7 at Clemson. So it's like,
Mhm.
you know, is it where you are making that number available for somebody coming in? So, like I said, the morning madness, I love it because it's not bad madness. It's just, you know,
This
Panthers,
is a
Panther,
lot.
yeah, Panthers fans are looking at their chops again, like, hey, you know,
Mhm.
are we back, you know, about to get somebody else? Because free agency doesn't just stop just week one. This is where you get, you know, players on 1 year deals. And shout out to you. I see 2 fans in the stands right here. I must say this. You know, Odell Beckham wrote a post. I found him on Instagram.
Yes, sir.
Wrote a farewell post to the Baltimore Ravens and the
Mhm.
city yesterday.
Yeah.
Nobody has came out and said, and I think, you know, what, like this is a piece where it's a prove it. Mike Williams, Gallup, and Odell Beckham. Reason why I bring that up, those are prove it guys. You don't really need to throw money at them. It's a 1 year
Right.
deal,
Mhm.
and you know you come in and let's see what you can do and add to this team.
Oh
So
yeah. Oh yeah. And if you remember, see Dougie, maybe about I want to say about a month and a half ago, I
mhm.
did a video on Odell Beckham, and I
I
said
know
that
that's the
this
reason why
this
I brought it up. Yep.
Yeah. This might
That's why I
be,
shouted you out on that one.
yeah, man. Yeah, man. This might be the time to go ahead and entertain it. I don't think he wants 15 mil in 1 year. Give him a slight 7, maybe
Mm-hmm.
5, 7,
Mm-hmm.
and prove it. Because we've seen him perform well when his number was called last year in Baltimore, and
Mm-hmm.
he was on a reduced snap count,
Mm-hmm.
and he did come out. He was effective. He still got. I don't think he's as fast as he used to be.
He still got a burst
He
because
still got a burst.
let's look at when he was at the LA Rams. He still has a
Yeah,
burst because
he still got a
even though
burst.
in that Super Bowl, he still has a burst. I mean, nobody thought when he got traded to the LA Rams he was going to do what he was able to do. And
Yeah,
then when he went to the Ravens, you can kind of tell they wanted to, but it was just I mean, it was Lamar magic. So again, it's not you don't need him to do everything. I mean, you have receivers, and if you look at it, what Canales wants to do with his wide receiver room, there's everybody has a job. He doesn't have to go out there and be the Odell Beckham when he was in New York. Just do your assignment. Be productive. Be where you need to be when your snap or your number is called. And I think he can do that. And
mm-hmm.
again, one thing that I love Dan Morgan said in his introductory press conference, I want competition at every position. Odell Beckham will come in and compete with somebody and push somebody to make them better. That's the
Yeah,
only thing that competition, I think, on Dan Morgan's side, he wants everybody to hit their ceiling, hit their peak. He doesn't want everybody to just come in and just be, oh, I'm gonna be, I've been starting for X, Y, and Z. I started for this particular team. No, come in and compete, work your butt off, and let's make each other better. So
facts. Tony, what's up, man?
Man,
Tony,
I can't call it. I
you,
can't call it. Six in
you,
one hand, half a dozen in the other. Call it in.
hey man, hey,
What up, dog?
what up, though?
yo, hey, I'm gonna use that, man. I'll be using my old school phrases like, I'm gonna put the paint where it ain't type stuff. I'm gonna have to use
Yeah,
that, man. I'm gonna have to use that. What,
yeah.
real quick,
Ain't shit slick to a can of oil.
hey, let me ask you this question, Tony. Do you come in peace this morning?
Hey, yeah. Hey, you know what? Yo, yo. You my man. You my man. Let's check it
You
out.
sure?
I
You
thought
sure?
about this. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. So I thought about this one. I was like, you know what? Next time I see Demetrius, I'm about to let him know. You listen, I don't want no smoke. I come in peace. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to get riled up. I don't want to get out of my character. You know what I'm saying? Because the podcast ain't about that. But we'll clown each other like we always do
Yeah, we
behind
gonna
the
do that
scenes.
behind the scenes.
We'll save
Behind the
all that for
scenes, it was
behind the
funny.
scenes.
Yeah, man. I
Yeah,
don't want that
yeah,
little.
yeah.
I don't
Already.
want that little. I don't want that little sheep hair on your head. To start standing up.
Behind the scenes, it was funny. See, I ain't gonna say
And
that. I'm gonna stay out of it. I'm gonna stay out of it.
you know,
I'm gonna
when
stay
when
out of
when
it.
when when you 50, when you 51 fly and flashy like me, I got that good head of hair, brother. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no bald spot, ain't no hairs falling out. I'm good over here, you heard me?
I hear you, man. I hear you, man. What's going on, man?
Man, ain't nothing. I can't call it, dog. What's good?
Man, shoot, man. Just chilling, man. What's your thoughts, man, on Mike Williams and Jadeveon Clowney? And just anything. Just talk your talk, man.
No, I saw that when Doug well, not Doug, when they posted on Twix, I call Twitter Twix.
Mm-hmm.
When they was talking about Shaq Thompson switching back to 54, and it left a lot of speculation and a lot of rumors of, well, we either getting Clowney or Mike Williams, so he's freeing up the number 7 for them to get it back, for wanting them to get their old number back, whether
Hmm.
it's what Clowney rocked when he was in South Carolina, or what Mike Williams rocked at Clemson. But my thing, when you was talking about the wide receivers, when you was talking about Gallup, Mike Williams, and Odell Beckham, I wouldn't really put Odell Beckham in the mix. And the only reason why I say that is because we talk about how injury prone Michael Gallup and Mike Williams are. and they're not even as old as Odell Beckham. And if you, I mean, truly being honest, Odell Beckham ain't really been himself since that Super Bowl run he had
with the
with the
Rams.
Rams, and he tore his
That's a good point.
ACL.
That's a good
So
point.
we kind of know that how much of a prima donna Odell Beckham is. We know he likes the limelight. We know he likes the flash, the cameras. You know what I'm saying? I don't think the Charlotte market, the Carolina Panthers market, fits his personality. That makes sense. So I think
Okay.
for what we need, I mean, if you got two boys that's from the area, especially Jadavion Clowney. Now, Jadavion Clowney, I was kind of iffy on a couple years ago because it was known that he was looking to try to get the highest um contract possible.
Right.
But it may be a case where he's not trying to get that now, and statistically he's coming off his best year last year. I mean, I think last year was like probably if not the best, one of the best seasons that he had in his career. So if
Hmm.
you can get that to Davian Clowney that produced last year in Baltimore and add that to the other side of DJ Warnham, I'm all for it.
Right.
Like I always say about Mike Williams, the only thing about Mike Williams, injury prone, and he's coming off a torn ACL that he suffered in week 3 of last year. So it's just almost like Kirk Cousins. You don't know what you're getting when if you do bring him back, if you do bring him in. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, I want to highlight this comment here from 336. He says, would love to have Mike Williams, but his medical chart is as long as I-95. And three three. If you
Facts.
guys drive, I-85 goes a long way. It's so
Goes all yeah, yeah.
yeah, it
I,
goes
I
a
don't
long way.
I don't know when the last time Mike Williams has played a full season.
Season.
I really
Right.
don't.
Mm-hmm.
But he's a monster when he's healthy, and I guess that's the conundrum that any team that's looking to sign him,
So that's
that's
two
the
JC
toss up.
Horns then on the team. That's two JC
Chill out,
Horns.
chill out, chill out,
Yeah,
chill out, chill out,
I mean,
Blackshear.
I mean,
Chill
Also,
out,
hey,
Blackshear. Chill out, Blackshear. Hold on, Tony. Tony, hold on, real quick. Hold on, Tony, real quick, and I'm gonna let you get him. Hey, Blackshear, you
let,
better
let,
chill out
let me
now.
mute my mic.
You better chill out because I look. Only thing I know is JC Horn position is solidified. Blackshear might get cut.
well, I
Nah,
mean,
that ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna
I,
happen. But
That's
yeah,
okay.
no. Me and D know what I was trying to say.
yeah,
He
I
know
know,
he know
Oh,
where I'm
I
getting
know what
at.
you
He
said.
know where I'm getting at. He know where I'm getting at. Don't come for
Yeah,
JC Horn. I told you. Hey, I am the JC Horn fan club. And then if he wets the bed and don't play, trust me, put me on the cross and put me on the platform. Had them send cash apps in, fire C Dougie up for saying JC Horn was gonna play all year.
hey,
But until
y'all hear
then,
that, right?
we're gonna say that he gonna play a good season. He gonna be a top 10 corner. Let's leave it at that.
Nick Tri-State, what's up, man? Good to see you in here, man. Hit the link, Nick. Yeah, I mean, I hear you. I hear you, C Dougie. I'm just playing around with that, but
I know you
Mike,
know, but we play. You know we play. You know we play.
yeah, but Mike Williams issues, man, the injury list. 336 Boston is right, and that's for me. That's what gives me a little cause for pause when it comes down to that because I don't want to sign you to a deal where you can't even fulfill it. You know what I mean? And now I have hopes in you, and they can't be fulfilled in a sense. So for me, that's why Mike Williams is at an 8, and he's only at an 8 because I don't know if he can still be the Mike Williams of old. And that injury, and listen, even being an 8 still, that's still high regard for this dude. I would much rather
yeah,
Odell. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I mean, if we really think about it, it just depends because again, these gentlemen that we're bringing in is at the back end. Most of them have been hurt, but if they have a bounce back year, it's only for 1 year. I think the only person that we would throw more money at is Mike Williams. I think we don't have to throw the bag at Gallup because, again, like I said, Gallup let Brandon Cooks outbeat him um, for receptions and yards and touchdowns this past year when Dak Prescott had one of his best years statistically for the Cowboys. So he's not looking for the bag; he's looking for an opportunity. Then again with Odell, like you said, Odell's not gonna look for that 12 million like he was looking before. Like you said, you can do a 7 or 8. So it just depends on what money they're talking about on each person's table on the table, and you figure it out. But I will say this with Mike Williams, I don't think, again, it's a preference. So if Mike Williams wants to play with Aaron Rodgers, he plays with Aaron Rodgers. But if we're talking money and everything, I think the real competition is going to be the Pittsburgh Steelers. You have a culture there. We
Right.
know, and I'm gonna say this very scarcely, but it's the true fact. We know how black NFL athletes love playing for Mike Tomlin. I'm gonna
Yeah.
leave it at that. I mean, it's just the truth.
That's a
I mean,
fact.
look at it. I mean, just look at it. It's a culture. Mike Tomlin is almost like a brotherhood up there in Pittsburgh. Yes, they have, white, other ethnic group, but again, he basically takes very well of the black athletes up there along with the other athletes on his team. So if you
Yeah.
look at it, the culture, really and truly, people, I mean, we didn't do it on What's Up, Doug yesterday, but if you really think about it, outside of the Justin Fields trade, Pittsburgh Steelers have been making some quite impressive moves and quiet moves. I know everybody's not saying that with the whole Deontay Johnson sign and trade, but overall, they've been making some moves. And I think if they do get Mike Williams, that does help. But again, can he stay healthy for a full year, like Tony said?
Yeah. Hey, so I do know that Dante Jackson just signed his contract with the
Correct.
Pittsburgh Steelers today. I think it was somewhere around about $4 million, if I'm not mistaken. So shout out
4.75.
4.75. So shout out to Dante Jackson for that. And I want to welcome to the stage the better half of Two Fans.
Ooh, oh, you ain't like what I'm about to say though. I just want to say what's up past the bone crusher. Attention.
Oh man, CJ,
Hey,
what's up, man? Talk to me,
that's a
man.
little inside joke,
Yeah.
everybody. Hey, what's going on?
Get him, cuz.
Hey, I just had to hop on real quick, man. I'm at work and it's been a morning already, but I saw y'all on. I was like, let me jump on here and holler at past the bone crusher. Get everybody hyped this here morning.
See,
Go ahead and talk your talk, man. Go ahead and talk your talk, man.
You thought it was gonna be me. See, I come in peace, brother. I come in peace.
Hey, I told you, man. Hey, I everybody, man, everybody. If I see Doug, no, I get on him all the time.
He do. Tony do it more. But CJ do it behind the scenes, and he'll throw one in there. But Tony going blow for blow with me. We in a boxing match. It's blow for blow with Tony.
It's all good. It's all good. I'll get the musty armchair GM later. It's all good. It's all good.
Facts. Hey, it smells like success, baby.
Yeah.
Oh my
it smell
God.
like motor oil and depression. That's what it smelled like. All right, CJ, talk to me. What you think about Mike Williams, man, and the possibilities of us signing him real quick before you go, and Jadeveon Clowney situation with us?
Okay, I like Mike Williams, and when I went back and was looking at some of his stats, there's only been this one season he only played 3 games. I know he does have injury history, but he has played double-digit games. Play in double-digit games every season except for this past one. I think his rookie year was only 10, but he has had a couple 15, I think one 16-game season, maybe a 14-game season thrown in there. So, it seems like a lot of his injuries do come, later on in the season besides this past year. But if they can get him here, and, I keep saying this, and I don't want to put this on, it's, sounding wrong because we're talking about people. But again, I don't know if it's going to be like a 1-year prove it deal, like they've kind of done with some of the other players. But if you get him in here, he stays healthy the whole season, and they feel good about it, I'm with it. And with Clowney, I'm just hoping that now we got Warner. Okay, still don't know what's going on with Chase Young yet. I'm hoping that they can, say something to at least one of them. Clowney, Young, it doesn't matter. Okay, we're that's still a position of need for us. We're still very thin at the edge, so I need Dan to to keep cooking, as we like to say he's doing, and get one of those guys in.
Facts. Facts. I feel you on that, man. Hey, guys, if you haven't done so, if you're watching Panthers Prime Podcast and you haven't done so, hit the subscribe button as well, man. And also, if you haven't done so, join Panthers Prime Podcast, man. It's only $3.99 to become a basic member of the channel. But you'll get a lot of wealth out of it. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. So become a member of Panthers Prime Podcast today. It's only $3.99 for the basic package. And yeah, let's get back to the conversation. So,
Hey,
see, Dougie, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You asked me a question. Go ahead.
No. You go ahead, my brother. You go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna ask you one thing. I was alluding to when we had Clowney, Young, and the other. What's the cat from Minnesota? I don't want to butcher his name. What's his name?
You talking about DJ Warner?
Yeah, Warner. I wanted 2 out of the 3 to be locked in. Don't let them leave type deal. Like lock the door, talk football, and then make sure that they sign. And it's gonna be hard because again, Odell, and if I would be shocked if Dan Morgan doesn't entertain it, but at the same time, I understand if he doesn't with Odell. But if you have Gallup come in today, do you think it's irresponsible if we sign Gallup today and don't wait till we actually have Mike Williams in the room? But if they like what they hear from Gallup, they sign Gallup today and just let Mike Williams walk. How would you feel about that?
I wouldn't feel bad at all. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay.
Only because you're getting. I'm about to pull up his stats right now, Michael Gallup right now, because I want to see how tall he is.
He's 6'2". He's 6'2".
Okay, so he's a little shorter, but not by that much.
But Michael Gallup, again, yeah, we got the joke about, I'm a Cowboys fan, but I've seen Michael Gallup in person. When I say he's built, I mean like muscle on muscle. It's like he's not a small receiver. And we alluded to that yesterday when we were talking about the Michael Gallup and Mike Williams conversation. It just depends. Again, that's what I'm saying. We know Mike Williams is 6'5". We have a tall wide receiver that's been getting healthy scratches all this year. So is it that we give him opportunity, referring to TMJ, or you draft one in the draft? It just depends, because we really don't have any big body receivers over 6'3", I think.
We don't, bro. We don't. We need a short one.
And then if you look at it, when Dave Canales was in Seattle and when he's been in Tampa Bay, he's at least had one big body wide receiver. And that's where I'm saying you kind of already have your slot, your short, your speedy wide receivers. You don't have a big body receiver on the team. So is it more of you're gonna go by committee, and or do you really need that big body 6'4", 6'5" type receiver?
But let me ask you a question. When you say big body receiver, what are you referring to?
Height.
Are you talking about just height?
Yeah, height.
Like, but how many receivers? I mean, theoretically, how many receivers in the league over 6'4", 6'5" that's like really productive outside of Mike Williams?
You got DK.
DK 6'3". He's not 6'4", 6'5". He's 6'3".
So what I mean by that is, let me bring the metrics down. Then we at least need a 6'3", 6'4" receiver. Let me just say that. Is that better with bringing the metrics down? That's what I'm saying. Like, do we actually have that big body receiver that you can throw it up and be 1-on-1 on the goal line or in the red zone and just have 1-on-1 coverage that can go get it?
I mean, I know how people feel about TMJ, but when Steve Wilkes took over and TMJ was getting his run, getting his moment to shine, there was some 50-50 balls that TMJ he won those contests. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Those contested catches. Like I say, when I think about big body, I think of somebody like Jonathan Mingo. Jonathan Mingo, 220, 225, 6'2". He's not a small dude. You
So
know,
so 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 Tony, do you
TMJ is like
think
6'3", 210.
do you
Huh?
think we need a big body receiver?
I don't think you need necessarily someone that's got the hype. What I'm saying is, if Mike Williams is available
Hmm.
and his medicals and everything check out, and we will only know that if Carolina decides to offer him a contract and he signs, clearly they think that he's past the medical issues. Okay, I don't think you necessarily have to have a quote unquote big body 6'4", 6'5" receiver. Because now when you think about it, when you talking about 6'4", 6'5", you're getting into that classification of a tight end. You're gonna find more of them 6'4", 6'5", 6'6" than you will a wide receiver.
And
And
that's
then
a
on the
fact,
other
Tony.
thing about the other thing about the wide receivers, when we talk about Mike Williams, Michael Gallup, those guys, even if they're not chasing a bag right now, they damn sure not going to get 10, 12, $15 million a year. So even if you threw $5 to $7 million at them, the wide receiver the wide receiver draft class is so deep this year that you could find that same body type of wide receiver in the draft in the second round, and you're not even paying half of what you would pay for one of these guys, and they have a history of injuries.
What's
Hey,
going
real
on?
quick, man. What's up, BJ? How you doing,
What's
man?
going on, BJ?
I'm doing marvelous. How y'all fellas doing this marvelous
Marvelous.
Monday?
What's going on, BJ?
What's
What's
happening?
good,
I'm
BJ?
good. I'm good. I'm good, man. Just listening
All
to
right,
y'all fellas.
BJ, talk to us, man. What you think about Mike Williams' possibility here in Carolina, or Jadeveon Clowney, or just kind of tell us what you're thinking about. What's your thoughts on anything, man?
Well, y'all still in Big Lots. Y'all cannot get out that damn store, can you? God damn. Scratching
Tell
dent
him, BJ.
items.
Tell him, BJ.
Jesus. Man, look, man. I look, man. Like my man just said, man. The draft, man. I mean, you can draft the top 10 receivers are better than Mike Williams. Mike Williams averaged like 50 yards a game. You throwing a couple hundreds, you got you a grand. Most of the time, Mike Williams gonna get you about 50, 60 yards a game. Then he fucking disappears. Cause I had him on my fantasy team for a couple of years. Dude is iffy, man. You better off in the draft getting somebody better, man. Yeah, he's a big body, but his ass will fucking peer. You hear me?
Hey, BJ coming from that emotional, personal side where he done cost him some money winning the
No,
league.
I
That's what it
mean,
sounds like,
it's,
man.
it's gonna get personal. We get this motherfucker.
I mean, so I have a question.
Hey, it's
I
that
have a quick.
Chargers team, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's the whole team. So I don't know if PPP asked y'all this because the more and more I hear everybody's take this morning, I really do think Carolina would go BPA here in the draft.
I
I
wouldn't be mad at
really,
that.
I'm really starting to see that. I'm really starting to see BPA the more and more. Like, so let's just say we don't get Mike Williams or Gallup, but we get Clowney or Chase Young. What else is there really to really not say reach for? But if you know the offensive line, the wide receiver class is deep.
Hmm. And
Again, I
tight
really
end.
think. And well,
Corner.
yeah, that tight end room as well too. So okay, somebody just said corner. So that's what I'm saying. Do we really think that the philosophy that Dan Morgan wants to go into is BPA going into the draft, or they still have like we're going to draft a wide receiver, and then we're going to draft a center, or we're going to draft a DN and a wide receiver. There's the plan, or do you really think there's going to be a BPA move and
I'm
going into
not.
the draft?
I'm not worried. I'm not worried about tight end as much as I am worried about cornerbacks. We have been horrendous at the cornerback position for the past 3 years. Like BJ just said, it's like Big Lots and Family Dollar for the past 3 or 4 years. Like, when are we gonna step out and
Yeah.
goddamn at least go to Target? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, at least, at least.
We
At
went to
least.
We went to Target this year, Tony. We went to Target a little bit. We got kind of bougie just a little bit, but we shopped at Target this
I
year.
mean,
Man,
but
Target
but
ain't
but
bougie.
No. I'm saying no. I'm saying we shopped at Target, but then we shopped at some more bougier stores. That's what I'm saying. We
Oh,
did.
okay.
yeah,
I
but
mean,
I'm
if you
saying,
think
man,
about it,
listen, we have been so okay. Let's just start right here. Like me and CJ had talked about on our podcast. We talked about on yours, Doug. It's 50-50 whether JC Horn is going to stay healthy or not.
Yeah, that's
And
a
that's
fact.
just
That's a
based
fact.
off
That's a
of
fact.
history. Now, we all
Yep.
know how much of a dog he is when he's on the phone, when he's on the field, possible shutdown corner. We get all that. But opposite him, now Dante Jackson's not there. CJ Henderson is not there. Troy Hill probably going to play more nickel than he will play outside. So now you're talking about you got DiCaprio Boodle and Deshaun Jameson and you just signed Fuller and you got Dane Jackson.
Now,
I still
Fuller's gonna
feel
play
like
safety, but Fuller's gonna play
yeah,
safety.
I know, yeah. Fuller's a safety, yeah,
Yeah.
he's a safety, and Dane Jackson's corner. But you still only signed one corner. You have had three corners left, and you only returned. You only brought in one. The cornerback position needs to be addressed. I promise you, it needs to be addressed. We have been horrendous at that position for years, and it's time for them to step up and do something about that.
Yeah. Hey, real quick,
So
man. I want to say thank
until
you to
they
Cool
address that,
Kev.
yeah,
Hold
go
on
ahead.
right quick for me. I want to say thank you for Cool Kev, man, for gifting 5 memberships to Panthers Prime Podcast, man. I see a couple people already got it. BY said thank you for that, man. Hey, thank you for becoming a member of Panthers Prime Podcast, man. We got some good things happening over here, man. So if you guys haven't done so and you're watching, become a member. It's only $3.99. That's all it is. Subscribe to the channel, share it, like it. Let's keep going, man. Go ahead, Tony.
No, I'm just saying, man, that we just need to focus in on that cornerback position, and until we do that, especially in free agency, at least bring in at least one more corner. If he don't do that, I can't say that we're going best player available because we haven't tackle a position of dire need, not just need, dire need.
So Tony, I think what helps your back end out, your front seven, right? If you look at it right now on paper, if they do sign Clowney and they do sign Chase Young, we get both of them, or it just depends. Now your front seven is almost legit. I think outside of corner, you get Chop Robinson, you get Darius Robinson. Um, if they fall, your front seven is solidified. And PPP's guy out of Colorado State, again, that's a gem that you can get on the back end. He just needs tools and just need to be coached up. So
Well,
again, if
Dallin
you're
Hoker.
no, not Hoker. What's his name?
Kamara.
Muhammad. Yeah,
Oh,
Kamara.
Muhammad
Yeah,
Muhammad Kamara.
Muhammad
Yeah.
Kamara. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
if you draft him or you wait, you still again your front seven is going to help those DBs out because if we look at it, the year where Josh Norman really was, Josh Norman, it was because of the front seven. It wasn't because of Josh Norman. I'm not going to
I
take
get
anything
it.
away from him, but I mean that front seven was nasty. The reason why he was able to, play off and get interceptions and had one of his best years as well. So yeah, I
But
think as a
but
collect,
that
go ahead.
but that year Josh Norman stayed healthy. He was on the field, right?
But okay, see,
What what
but see, you
what?
switch it.
No,
But see, Tony,
I'm not
but
trying to be funny. All I'm trying to say is regardless of who we got up front, we
mhm,
need depth at cornerback because
that's a fact.
our corners have had a history of one not staying healthy
Mhm.
or not being productive enough. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying? That's all.
okay, so if it was DN, I'm gonna be very blunt with it. DN or a cornerback.
Cornerback.
So
Cornerback.
if y'all say that 33, y'all would take a cornerback over a DN.
Yeah, you can get that at 36. We got 36, right?
39.
33,
39.
Yeah.
But I know, I
39.
know, but I know what you meant,
Yeah.
BJ. I know
Yeah,
what you
yeah,
meant.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
It
know.
I tell you what, if Chop Robinson, Darius Robinson, one of those defensive ends is there
$33.
at 33, you take him. You know what I'm saying? You take him. But all I'm saying is cornerback needs to be addressed at some point in time. That's all I'm
Correct.
saying. Cornerback needs to be
Honestly,
addressed at some point in
I
time.
mean, BJ, what's your guy at Iowa State? His name just
TD, TJ, T in it,
what's the
in it.
Cooper, you talking about Cooper
no,
DeJean?
no, it's
No, I think it's
it's the
TJ.
corner. He know who I'm talking about. You know
Yeah,
who I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah,
though, right?
yeah, yeah.
So if you look at him, I've seen And I think when Tony and CJ did a mock draft, he was available in the third round. And I think
Okay.
if you, I mean, because we were surprised. I think when Aunt's done a couple of mocks, I know everybody's been talking about him. I think if you can get either a wide receiver, DN slash guard, and I know how Tony feel about a particular guard, and then you can get a corner in the top in the third round. I think you can still be good because that third round corner can come in and compete and be on the opposite side of JC Horn. So I
Okay.
mean, I'm not opposing to what you guys are saying. I just
hmm
think board wise, if we're gonna all be honest, you build through the trenches. You get if that
hmm
Prima DN is right there, you get him at 33.
I
If the
understand what you're
wide
saying.
receiver, yeah, I mean,
I
yeah,
got you.
if the wide receivers are still there, you still got Ladd, you still got Leggett, you still got Troy Franklin, and you got Polk at 39. You take the wide receiver there,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
then you get that corner as your first pick at the top of the third round, you're still good
Okay,
because then you still
I can
have
live
that
with that.
other pick. You still got that
TJ
other pick at that.
Tampa.
That's Tampa, TJ Tampa. As soon as
Tampa.
you said TJ, when I say y'all need to look at TJ, if, and that's a big
Yeah,
if we can get
yeah,
TJ
yeah.
Tampa, TJ Tampa would be a nice tandem to either if JC Horn is down, I think he can come in and still do well. But I'm hoping
hmm
JC Horn has a healthy year and you put TJ Tampa on the other side. We're good at corner.
Yeah,
Everything else is a depth piece. So
yeah.
that's where I'm getting at.
hmm
That I'm not saying we don't need corner, but I'm just
I
looking
can
at
go
the
with that.
board. Yeah, I'm just looking at the board. That's all.
I can go with that. I can dig that. Or Josh Newton out of TCU, one of them, because I kind of like
Correct.
him too.
Correct. Like I said, I mean, it's so many different scenarios. But I'll also say this: what's today? The 18th. Is today the 18th or the 17th, fellas?
18.
I think today's the
18th.
18th.
Okay, so 18th. Visits are going to start coming in. Also, the local visits, and I found this out the other day. Wiggins does not count as a local visit. I don't know, and I know PPP asked me. We were talking about how the visits are set up. I don't understand how Wiggins is not a local visit. It might be because he's not actually in the state of North Carolina, even though the Carolina Panthers represent North and South, but he is not
Mm.
a local visit, so he counts towards the 30 visits. So I think we have Rice, Cooper, Wiggins, and it's another cat that we have. So out of the 30 visits, we already have 4 visits committed, and that means we have 26 more visits. You can't visit everybody that you want to draft. You have to do your own homework and talk to them at these pro days. So I think even with these visits, this is where the board can really help everybody out because you'll know exactly who they're looking at and
Yeah.
kind of figure out exactly which direction they're going to go. So that's
hmm
another thing I'm waiting for. Again, with it being the 18th, we're officially 4 weeks away from draft week. So these visits are going to be popping up, and everybody's going to be looking left and right at mock drafts. Like, okay, we visit this particular player. Let me see how I can draft them on a board. So I think that will also help with us going into the need or what they're looking for in the draft as well. Because even
Okay.
after the draft, Carolina has still brought in people after the draft from
hmm
history. Dan Morgan, this is his first year being a GM. We don't know how he's going to do that if he's going to bring in, veterans or people after the draft. But that would not be smart if he doesn't. If somebody gets cut and
hmm
their value to the team,
I got a quick question for you.
what you got,
Uh,
BJ?
when is it has or when will the NFL decide on these teams for tampering?
We don't know. No,
Okay,
we don't.
okay,
We don't know. But
okay.
the good thing about that, if they do deem the Philadelphia Eagles with Saquon, and if they do deem the Falcons for Kirk Cousins, um, basically the draft will end at we got 33. The draft will end at 31. The first round will end at 31.
So we got a first round pick now,
Yes. Yep.
technically.
Technically. Yep. Technically. Yep. Yep.
Hmm.
That's exactly what's going to happen because that can also help with contracts. We know first round picks, what you can do a 5th year option on. That also helps as well.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a wait and see type deal. We
Okay.
know how people have tampered every year, and I don't know why Roger Goodell won't be more stricter with it. Because I do think it is a disadvantage for some teams that actually want to pursue a player and they already talked to a player. So it's just a wait and see type deal, man. But like I said, the draft is right around the corner. I'm more excited now because it's time to possibly do draft chronicles and look
Yeah.
at players because I'm definitely like I said I'm just waiting for that 30 list to be dropped so I can definitely dive deep into exactly who Dan Morgan, Dave Canales are looking at.
I mean, we got
Yo, and
multiple picks in the sweet spot in the set between the second and the fourth. Woof.
Well, think about it, BJ. You got 4 technically, because I think we got that 101, but you have 4 top 100 draft picks this year. 4. So that means 3 out of those 4 should be coming in to be immediate starters and immediate impact on this team.
If not, you ain't doing your job.
Yeah, correct. Or you're not drafting correctly, or you're
Right.
reaching. And I don't think the way Dan Morgan has approached this offseason, we will reach. I think they're going to do their due diligence on a particular player, and then we just got to see how the board falls.
Okay.
yo, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, man. Like Atlanta should have been dinged on this whole situation. We knew Kirk Cousins was moving to Atlanta.
Going to Atlanta, before
about 5 months ago. You know what I mean?
I got an envelope we can send up to the NFL office. You want to add some more files? I got an envelope for you.
I was like, man, why this dude moving to Atlanta all of a sudden, man? After the season was over, like, yeah, these boys been tampering. Yeah, these boys been tampering, man. Yeah, it's all good though, because it helps us out, man. Like you said, our draft picks become more valuable now at that point. And you know, I didn't know about the 5th-year option thing though. That's
so only way it's gonna work, because there is a way that Roger Goodell can move. Who drafts right behind Carolina? If anybody knows,
I don't know. Hold on, quick. Draft 2nd round draft.
Because it might switch in a second because somebody might have traded.
So that's what I was about to say. So what's going to end up happening is we're not going to take Philly, or we're not going to take Atlanta's spot in the draft. So I need everybody to understand that what's going to happen.
It's New England.
So everybody moves up. Everybody moves up 1. And and then Carolina and New England, we get the 31st, and then New England's the 32nd, and then that 39.
Arizona gets the 3rd. Arizona gets the one after New England.
So then Arizona will open up the 2nd round, and then we would go from 39 to 38. Technically, that's what's supposed to happen. If Roger Goodell does it right, if he just takes the draft pick and keeps the board the same, it's an option where he can move everybody up, or just say they take their draft pick and we'll just start the round in the 2nd round. It's an option that he can move everybody up 1 and then finish out the 1st round, rather than us just having 30 teams drafting in the 1st round.
Instead of sliding the whole board up 2. I got you.
Yep. So it's an option. It's an option that he can do, because I've never known a draft to be shorthanded because of tampering like that. I've heard of teams losing draft picks, but not a 1st round draft pick, and then you only have 30 teams drafting on the 1st night. So
it's kind of I'm not gonna lie. The Arizona Cardinals, man, are sitting in a good spot. They might be. Well, I ain't gonna say they might be. They got 2 picks in the 1st round.
Yep.
And then they got a close. I mean, heck, they got basically 3 first rounds if we do that situation.
Yeah. Yep.
God dang, boy.
Really?
Arizona Cardinals, they might come up this year. Flames for Jesus said J.C. Horn's first 2 injuries were fluke injuries. How often do you hear about a broke foot or wrist only? 1 muscle injury. I listen, man. I don't know. The person that you may want to ask that question to is C. Dougie. He's a JC advocate. So I'll put all comments to him.
Look. I'm gonna make it short. Only thing I would say, when he got hurt in Atlanta, it I ain't gonna stunt. My heart dropped. I was like, what? Like I just couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. Like, what, the first game of the season you get hurt like that, and it was a fluke injury. But again, fluke injuries happen, and
to the same person. I'm just saying, bro. I'll leave you alone.
No, BJ, you good. You making a good point to the same person. But the only thing it's adding up. But I would say this: the good thing about it, he doesn't really have to rehab any this offseason. So them soft tissue injuries that he's having, you can do Pilates, you can do all that. Because let's look at how Jeremy Chin came in. Like, Jeremy Chin came in more fit this past season, even though he didn't get to play. But one thing Jeremy Chin had was soft tissue injuries. Now I think J.C. Horn can train for those soft tissue injuries that have been causing him to miss games and be lingering issues, and you can actually train your body up for a full off season. Since he's been in the league, this is his first true full off season with no injuries he has to worry about. He can just train and worry about ball. So
Mhm.
it's just a wait and see type deal for me.
Yeah. You got to build up a callus for his body as much. When in training camp, he need to get in all on hitting drills. He need to do extra, man. And I'm not being funny. I'm not even trying to be funny, bro. You got to build your body up a callus. That's why these soft tissue injuries come up. They go
Yep.
full speed when the game
Yep.
starts. Your body
Yep.
ain't been going full speed the whole off season like this.
Look, now, I'm younger than all of y'all. I
Yeah.
remember when they used to have the Oklahoma drill.
Oh yeah.
And like I said, we did that in college.
Right.
And you had to stop the Oklahoma drill because of the concussion. But when
Right.
you did Oklahoma drill in 2-a-days in back in the day,
Hell yeah.
you didn't have all these injuries.
No.
You did not have all these injuries.
To be honest with you,
Because
Dougie, I was happy when the season started. The game was easier than practice to me.
hey, I say this: them 2-a-days used to be hell. And like I said,
3-a-days.
like in college, I used to hate you have a morning session, and they still do it in college. And I don't understand this: you have 2-a-days in college, but you cannot do it in the NFL.
The Players
And that-
Association.
Yep, but now that is a good point. That is a good point. But
Yeah.
if you look at it, because again, most people say one of the teams, and I would give another team, but Alabama players, and exclude Bryce out of this because I know
Yeah.
y'all gonna say Bryce came from Alabama. But most Alabama players that come in the league are prepared for practice because
Right.
of the way Nick Saban was running practice. He ran his
Right.
practice almost like the NFL. But
Mhm.
again, they had 2-a-days. So you
Right.
just imagine if they had 1-a-day, and then how well prepared Alabama would be. Look at Georgia now. Georgia, Kirby Smart is a product of Nick Saban. So again, that's the reason why Georgia is now having people come in well prepared for NFL
Mhm.
practices, and you have rookies being prepared. So I'm with you. I mean, it comes with practice habits and how your coach runs practice. The
Right.
only thing I need to see how Dan Canales runs practice, because that will let me know how physical of a team we are. He is a players type coach, but I need to see how you run practice. Is
Right.
it, pads one day, pads off? Because I don't mind having 2 padded practices and then you have a break. Because pads on pads, back to back days, and I know the player association you can't, but I
Yeah.
just want to see how he runs practice, meaning how physical they are. Is it just tag? Is it rap? Or you take them to the ground easy? That's what I'm really ready to see. Because
Right.
that like you said, practice helps you in games.
Oh hell yeah! But y'all remember, man? There's one thing called being in shape, and then there's hitting shape. You come to camp in shape, you can be in tip-top condition till them pads get to cracking. You're gonna be so for about 2 weeks. Then your body adjusts. Now you're ready for contact. These fuckers don't even do that no more. So that's where all these soft tissue injuries coming from. It
Hey,
really
Yeah.
is.
Hey, PvP, you see what Red Swarm said. That's why I was saying
Yeah.
Red Swarm. I said I don't know if Roger Goodell is gonna make it where, again, I didn't say he has an option. It's either he can move everybody up or he can stay everybody in the second round. I said that. I just don't know what option he's gonna do. So I
Yeah, man.
didn't
Shout
say
out to
that's the
Red
verdict.
Swarm for that. Shout out
Yeah,
to
they
Red Swarm
sound
for that.
guilty over there. They
Chat,
sound
man.
guilty. Guilty.
Yeah. Ray, hit the link, man. Come defend your team, man. We know y'all be doing some dirty stuff over there, man. Red Swarm says, I have to correct C. Dougie. You would not become a first round pick. There would be a 30 selection in round 1. You pick even at 30. Will be a second round pick. All
And,
right,
and
Red.
didn't I just say that? I said that.
Yeah.
I said that. So I'm trying to figure out where was I wrong, because I said that. I said he either is going to move everybody up or Carolina would have the 3rd or 30th pick in the second round. Roger Goodell can make those teams move up the board. So it just depends on what Roger Goodell does.
Yeah, we know how them Falcons fans feel right
Those
now.
dirty red.
They about to lose their first round pick, so they hot. They gonna come for us, man, and Panthers gonna swoop right on up in there. Yeah, shout out to Red Swarm though.
Hey, fellas, Mom Duke's got therapy at 11, so I'm about to. I just jumped on with y'all for about an hour, about to get her up so we can get her dressed and everything. So
That's what's up, bro.
again, if you guys are not subscribed to PPP, I call him D Demetrius, man. Y'all are missing out. Again, he has a members Monday only chat, man. It's $3.99. That's less than a cup of coffee at Starbucks, people, man. So you can make your own coffee. and then sit here and enjoy some good morning madness. Like he said, he got a good pen. He got two fans in the stands on. He got his Ace Boom Coon BJ that always supports throughout all platforms, man. So again, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share the live, and enjoy the content, man. So y'all fellas have a good week. Start of the week, man. Everybody be safe. I'm out, man.
You too,
All
bro.
right, man. All right, see, Doug,
All right,
appreciate you.
Doug.
Man. If you guys have it, man, go to What's Up, Doug. Subscribe to the channel, man. Great content over there, man. Great content over there. We're not gonna be here much longer, man. I just wanted to come on. Still got to get this website together. I'm trying to see what's gonna load up so I can kind of give you guys a sneak peek, but it ain't loading up right now for me to put it on StreamYard. But what I will say is this: I've uploaded all of Atlanta, all of Tampa Bay, all of New Orleans. I'm working on the Commanders game right now. I'm working on the Denver game. I got to get some more information on the Las Vegas game because I've noticed that there's been a uptick in ticket prices as far as flights. So I'm not, flights went up. So, I don't want to. I can't shortchange myself and be in the red when it comes down to certain things. So I got to make sure that everything is even, when I do put this out. And I'm just looking at projections of flights. So it went up about $150. So I got to figure out how I'm gonna span that out across, the wide spectrum of the costs. But we all working over here. I was up to about 2:00 in the morning, man, working on this website. And guys, I'll tell you one thing: those of you who do this type of work, my hat's off to you guys.
It's very tedious, huh?
Man, bro, you gotta have this link with this page, and this page gotta link up with that page, and you gotta have the checkout, and the checkout gotta go to the thank you, and the thank you gotta go to the receipt. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta do this for every single purchase.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
So people emailing me about it. I'm like, hey man, I had a web developer that knew how to do this stuff, and he's supposed to have it done. And I gotta do it. So give me a little bit of time. Trust me, it's gonna be done before games come out. Trust me, the dates. It's gonna be done. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Tony, what you got to say, man, before we go? Tony, CJ, and BJ. We're gonna get up out of here, man.
Oh, not much, man. Hey, I saw that you was on this morning. I was doing too much, so I decided to hop on, show support, show love, and that's about it, dog.
All right, appreciate it, man. Go ahead, shout your channel out for me, man.
I'm gonna let CJ handle that. I talk too long, as I've been told. So
What?
Facts. Big facts.
He said big facts.
Let me go ahead and handle that real quick, Pastor Bone Crusher.
Pastor Bone Crusher. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, Pastor Bone Crusher. If y'all want to check us out, we're two fans in the stands. We appreciate our love and support. Make sure while you're here, make sure you subscribe to PPP's channel. And we just appreciate the support, man. And we always come back to try and return the favor.
Facts. And BJ, and I know BJ, you do a lot of stuff with multimedia as well. Yeah. So there may be someone that may be looking for video editing or all that stuff. Just talk about what you do, man. How you can help these people out.
Whatever you need, advertising, video editing, intros, outros, need a music bed, whatever you need, visually or sonically, I can help you out. Or I can use your idea and then and put it together for you if it's tedious, like he said with the website. I enjoy doing that type of shit. So, and I put my own flavor to it. So if you need something, just holler at PPP and he'll get in contact with me, man. And I'm about to subscribe to Two Fans in the Stands as we speak.
Already.
I'm glad to know you do that type of stuff. I'll definitely hit you up.
Yes, sir. No problem at all.
There we go. That's how we work this thing, man. It's a community, within this Panthers situation, man. And we all here, man, to help each other out. But also, we're gonna talk about this team, man. Good, bad, and ugly. So glad we was able to make that connection. And guys, if you heard what BJ said, go hit him up. You can send me email at PanthersPrimePodcast@gmail.com and say info for BJ, and I'll get everything right over to him, man, and make that connection. So yeah, man, that's how we do this thing, man.
All love, baby.
All love, man. All love. I'm gonna read these
love there, Bishop Cataract.
Okay. Hey man, you may want to check your blood pressure, man. You're kind of slurring a little bit. I don't know if you let me stop.
Oh
I
god.
can tell y'all be going in, boy.
Yeah, I don't want you to lean to the right and be stuck there for a little minute. All right, so go check your blood pressure, man.
Wow.
Oh no, I'm good, Daddy.
Hey,
I
yo,
am
pause.
good.
All right, man. Real.
You know what? I'm about to get the hell out of here. Y'all too much for me. God damn.
Oh man. Hey,
All day, every day.
all day, every day, man. But that's my boy, man. That's my boy, man.
That's what's up.
AJ Brooks
It's
says,
all love.
still trying to bring in a wide receiver. Tells me one thing: we're aiming for a decent defensive player and a tight end with our round 2 pick. You can't have a 3-4 wide receiver. You can't have 3 to 4 wide receivers on the field at the same time. That's a fact, man. 336 Boston say Red Swarm. It's a lot of drama going on with the Falcons podcast. Whole lot, man. Hey, they're in shambles right now. 336. They really are, man. Chris said my first pick would be 1 of 3 choices: Zach Frazier, Devondre Sweat, and Chris Braswell. Okay. Chris said, glad to be here, PvP. Hey, I'm glad for you to be here, man. Hakeem said 336 Boston. Last comment. Akeem Hannon, what's up, man? Hey, man, listen. That's our show for today, guys. I appreciate everybody that was able to come on the panel, man, and talk their talk, man. And yeah, that's the Monday Morning Madness show, man. Brought to you by Panthers Prime Podcast, man. Hey, we're going to come back later on. I'm pretty sure more stuff is going to happen between now and later on. So get ready for it. But this is your host, Demetrius, with the PPP, Panthers Prime Podcast. You know what time it is. Let's go.